He's playing guard right now. Jeremy Grant, Bol Bol, seeing his first action. Here is Jokic, and he was a center, but he's lost those 40 pounds, so maybe that's why he's playing point.
Boy, Shabazz had himself underneath the basket. Did a nice job getting back, but a little undersized.
Welcome back to The Jump. So great to have live basketball back yesterday. And as you saw, guys, the Nuggets kept things interesting by rolling out a pretty crazy tall ball lineup. So we thought today would be a great time to bring back one of our favorite games here at The Jump, Something, Nothing, or Everything. And we got the debut of rookie Bol Bol and Nikola Jokic starting at point guard with the Nuggets. It was just a scrimmage, but according to Elias, no 7-footer has ever started at guard in a regular season or playoff game. The smallest man on the floor last night, gentlemen, was 6'7" Paul Millsap. So Tracy, was the Nuggets going BIG, something, nothing, or everything?
This is something. To have Nikola Jokic as your point guard at 7 foot, who's a very skilled big man in our league that can pass, he could a great facilitator, has a great feel for the game. Good luck with matching your point guard up against that guy. I mean, what they are going to do is control every rebound that comes off the board. They lack shooting, but the athleticism and the size, I mean, they could do some damage to a team. I don't know if that can work long term, but short term, I'm very intrigued by that lineup.
Come on, T-Mac, you got to be kidding me. This is really nothing. I mean, Jokic, he's been playing the point guard position pretty much his whole career for the Nuggets. I mean, we've seen this guy at the top of the floor, so he's very comfortable. I mean, they're just really playing with the cards that they've been dealt, and with them having injuries to Harris and guys of that nature, then they have to fill in with some bigger players, and that's what we're seeing. But this is a small ball game, so don't expect this to last.
I mean, certainly not every game, but it's interesting, and I'd love to see this Denver lineup go up against Houston's small ball, micro ball lineup. That would be a sight to see. We'll see if we get that here in Orlando. I want to move on to the just feel of the whole game, because the NBA went to great lengths to create atmosphere around these games, even though there were no fans. But I wanted to check in on how the players felt about it. Here's Lou Williams from the Clippers after his first scrimmage.
Once you're inside the lines, bro. Once the game started and I was watching the guys play for the first 6 minutes, I thought it was cool that when somebody scored, they had their own graphic on the screen. I heard the defensive chants, but once I actually was on the floor, I didn't hear it, I didn't see it, I didn't feel it. I was locked into the game, and so I don't know who that experience is for because there's no fans in the arena, but it definitely wasn't for us.
So, Scottie, was the league pumping in fake crowd noise last night and doing all the stuff, something, nothing, or everything?
I think it's nothing. I mean, Rachel, when I played in the game, it was really all about having roadkill. And when you're on the road, you don't really hear the crowd. I mean, especially when you're going there and you're trying to win a game. So I think, like Lou said, that the noise is kind of blocked out, and especially when there's no interaction going on. And I think that's what players are used to seeing, maybe a little distraction from interaction, but I don't think that the noise really plays a role here.
I think it's something. I was a player. I fed off of the crowd. Yes, I was locked into, the game, the execution of our game plan, but I also love being on the road, and you got 20 screaming, 20,000 fans screaming at you, and I love to shut them up. So I hear that noise. I'm a player that loves to just have 20,000 people shut up by making a key basket in the game. They're not going to get that down there. So I think it'll help. I don't know how much with them pumping the crowd noise through the speakers, but I doubt those guys are paying any attention to that since there's no physical fans.
I'm curious if we're going to get fake crowd noise heckling. No word yet on whether the NBA is going to go that far. But I know some guys feed off that too, right? Patrick Beverley loves that when the crowd gets into it with him. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the Clippers want to pipe that in themselves. I have no idea. We'll wait and see. I want to move on to the Pelicans because they had a dominant performance against the shorthanded Nets yesterday. By the way, that is the official new team named for Brooklyn, the shorthanded Nets. Zion Williamson still away from the bubble, dealing with a family medical emergency. He says he does intend to return, but in the meantime, T-Mac, is the Pelicans playing this well without Zion? Something, nothing, or everything?
This is nothing. I mean, we are talking about a young team, but they have good leadership in Drew Holiday and J.J. Redick. Also, they have an all-star in Brandon Ingram. And, you know, to me, I think, in my opinion, Drew Holiday is underrated. He is an all-star. So they have a great deal of talent. Lonzo Ball is having his best season. I'm not surprised that they're playing this way without him because of the additions that they made through that trade of Anthony Davis. But once they get him back, man, this team is going to be extremely dangerous. He makes them a complete team. It makes the game a lot easier for Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball and those guys. So this is nothing to me. I'm not surprised that they're playing that well.
Well, Tracy, I think that's the exact reason why this is everything, because they're doing this without Zion. So that means that when Zion gets back, we have another competitive team out on the West Coast. So this team has been playing great basketball all season without Zion, and we've been waiting on his arrival, and we got a bit of a taste of it just to see how this team moved sort of closer to the playoff with Zion's joining this team. So I think it's everything to see these guys.
But we didn't know how Zion was going to be in the NBA. I mean, he didn't start the season off with the Pelicans, so we didn't know. We didn't have anything to go off but what he did in college. So I don't know why this is everything. We didn't know what he was going to bring to the game. Yeah, we assumed that he was going to be great because of his potential, but we didn't know.
Well, I think this is everything just because they are unpredictable, and not too many teams have got a chance to see Zion Williamson yet.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.